Here, I think you might need these to start it up. So how do you feel about your recent purchase?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Investment, yeah.
Minty?
Yep.
What's that ticking noise? Is that normal?
Normal, supposed to do that.
All right, good.
Yeah, it doesn't even need oil.
That's how you know. Oh, never mind. Oh, now it's not ready for turbos anymore.
Not fix itself.
Yep. Give her a little RPM. It sounds healthy.
Oh, there goes the oil pressure.
Is it dropping already?
It's going down.
Snap your throttle a little bit.
And now we wait.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we're definitely losing pressure. So we know it's not the sensor because it dropped all the way to 0 a little bit before and the valve train was rattling like crazy. So we know that that is an accurate reading most likely. And when it says 0, it was in fact at 0, or maybe a few PSI at least. So what are we gonna do?
What we think happened was, so when we did the oil change on this thing, it hadn't been changed in probably over a year. And we put 5 quarts of engine oil in it and 1 quart of transmission fluid. So I think it might have knocked something loose and maybe sucked something up into the oil pickup tube. Put a little bit more flush stuff in there that we bought from Walmart. Mint. Run it for a little bit, drain the oil out, take the oil pan down, take a look at everything and see if the oil pickup screen's all cloud.
Maybe pop a couple bearing caps off and see what the bearings look like.
Pop off some rod bearing caps and some maybe some main caps and see if it's completely destroyed or not.
Do we still have that old filter that we took off? Is that over there? Let's see if we can go find that. Oh. So, I mean, the filter itself didn't look too terrible, but like, look at the stuff. Yeah, look at that. Look at all that nasty stuff in there. Let me get the flash on. Yeah, that looks ugly.
It doesn't really seem like metal. It just seems like sludgy.
It's like it's sludge is what it is, basically. Yeah, look at that. You want to eat that?
Yeah.
It looks like Oreos.
It's like pepper. You just put it on a steak and then eat it up. What we were thinking was, you know, do another engine flush on it. I'm not rambling on about that again. The other thing is, we were looking around online, and apparently what some of these engines have problem with when they get higher mileage on them is the oil pickup tube O-ring that connects it to the oil pump can get old and brittle and shrink up or even crack, and you can lose oil pressure that way. So we're going to check that too, and maybe we can luck out on this thing.
We also just put fresh spark plugs in. I don't know, do you still have those old spark plugs that were all fouled up?
No, I threw them on the ground.
And I threw them on the ground and broke them.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got rid of those, and we've got new spark plugs in there, and that took care of our misfire problem. And this thing actually drove really well until we kind of romped on it and got the tack up there, and then we started losing oil pressure. So I'm wondering if we don't have a bunch of junk built up in the oil pan.
So evidently what you do is just add this to the oil and then run it at engine idle for 5 minutes and drain it out, and that's it.
Well, let's see what happens.
Spill it all over the engine bay. Oh, yep, there it goes. It's good to overfill the crankcase by a little bit. Likes it.
Make sure that it gets everything. Oh wow, instant results.
Set the timer for 5 minutes. You know, it's funny because...
Well, looks like our timer's done. Let's shut it down and drain the oil. See what it looks like. What all do we have in here now? We have 5 quarts of 5W30 oil. We have a quart of transmission fluid. And then we also have, what was that, a quart of like an engine cleaner or something, but it was like mostly diesel or something like that. Wasn't that the #1 ingredient?
Yeah, diesel #2.
So we should be looking really good on the dipstick right now. But we're just going to go ahead and drain this stuff out and see what it looks like. And then since this is a 2-wheel drive, it won't take any time to pull the oil pan off. We're just going to yank that out of there and see what it looks like inside.
Reuse the gasket.
Yep, you don't need a new oil pan gasket. Not needed. Yep, got it. There we go.
wrong way. Go the wrong way, then the right way. That's how you fix it.
Oh, yep, here it is.
Oh!
Oh, dude.
What?
Wow, wait till you see this.
What?
Oh, yeah, look at all the crap up in there.
I think I found the oil pressure problem.
So we got the oil pan off, right? What did we find? Oh, look at that. Well, what do you think?
Looks like a mint one owner to me.
Shed some light on the situation here. Wow. Look up in that pickup tube there. Look at all that crap up there, dude. Oh.
Yeah, I think that might be part of my problem.
Well, let's go show them where the real problem is. So, here's what we got. Look at all this crap down in here. Wow. Oh, there you go. Yeah. How's the seal look?
Honestly, I think it looks good, actually, which is sad.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to find a cracked seal, hoping that would be part of our problem. But it looks like it's okay.
Yeah, it actually looks good.
How about the pickup tube down there? Look at that screen. Oh, yeah, it's full of crap in there. That'll hinder your oil pressure.
Yeah, I would say probably a little bit.
All right, so we cleaned the pan out. That looks a lot better than it did before. So that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Cleaned the pickup tube here. Made sure that that little seal is still okay. And the screen is now all cleaned out, which it was previously all clogged up, but now it's all clean. So that should be a big help. Now what are we doing under here?
Just spraying a little bit on where the surface from the pickup tube meets the oil pump.
Oil pump up there.
Just to make sure there's no debris in the way. 250,000 miles.
250,000 of lack of maintenance miles.
Yeah. So I think maybe we pull a rod cap off.
Yeah, let's pull some rod caps off and see what it looks like.
Maybe just like towards the end, and that should give us an idea.
Yep. All right, we've got a bearing cap off. How's it look?
Factory, brand new.
Wow. I gotta say, I'm impressed. I expected it to look worse than that. So which bearing cap is this?
Very last one.
And does it have a little squirrely boy going on in there?
A little bit, but that just helps
does have
trap.
a little bit there, doesn't it?
It just helps trap extra oil
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about
for high
that.
performance.
We got here tighten bolts the first pass at 15 pound-feet, and then tighten bolts the final pass to 85 degrees. Using the J45059, aka snap-on torque wrench. All right, so what laws are we breaking here this time?
You're only supposed to use the rod bolts once, and this is going to be the third time, I guess, they've been tightened down since the factory.
All right.
So,
what
send
service information say?
15 foot-pounds on the first pass.
Yep.
And then 85 degrees after
So
that.
we're just gonna stretch those bolts out even more.
Yep, stretch them
Because
out.
when you stretch them more, they're stronger, right?
Right, that's
Yep.
what I was thinking. Adds power.
That's right. So here's our finished project. Well, kind of finished. We've got the oil pan back on. Didn't really torque anything back under here because it's probably going to come right off again later on. But we wanted to see if this would at least help with our oil pressure issue. So without further ado, I'm going to lower it down, fill it up with oil, crank it up, see how she runs. Does this even work for priming? I guess it does a little bit. Yeah, it was still really rattly.
It took a century to come off zero. Still pretty low.
Still pretty low.
Quieted down.
Yeah, definitely quieted up a little bit. Wait, is it quieted down or quieted up?
Quieted left.
Quieted, okay. Quieted sideways. So we've ran it and ran it and ran it. The ticking noise continues to come and go, but we did fix one thing, and that was the oil pressure issue. So it's kind of like we traded off. We fixed the oil pressure issue, and now we have inherited a lifter noise. So as I was saying earlier, we really had no clue what to expect and kind of didn't even really know what we were doing either. But we pulled the pan out, got a ton of sludge out, cleaned the engine up the best we could from the bottom end, checked the bearings, they looked okay. Even the camshaft and the lobes looked all right, but as you can hear now, we've got this lifter tick noise that kind of comes and goes. So he's going to take the truck home, and we're going to just hope and pray that it makes it there. Any last words?
Gonna send it all the way home and then see if it makes it. See if I can do any little tricks on the valve train, see if we can make the noise go away. But
the good thing is you have a Bose stereo system.
Right.
So all you have to do is just turn that up, and then you don't see. Look at that. Now it's starting to go away. See, the mere mention of the Bose stereo name fixes your lifter noise. So just turn it up, crank up the volume, and you're all good to go. No problem at all whatsoever.
Crank it over to send and then break the dial off.
I don't know what you guys thought about this video. This was a learning experience for us, obviously, but there's more to come with this thing, I think, right?
Turkey time.
There might be a turbo on this thing in the future. Yep, that's right. Low oil pressure at all. Well,
right.
I don't know. You might rebuild it for that.
Less friction.
Anyway, maybe we'll see this truck again. We'll see. Ha ha.